The Canadian Taxpayers Federation will not be getting a first-hand look at tomorrow's Alberta budget. For the first time in 20 years, the CTF has been locked out of the lock-up. So let's get Kathy Mueller in Calgary for more on that.
Yes.
Hi, Kathy.
Good morning, Pat. Well, the folks at the Canadian Taxpayers Federation didn't get an invite to the party for tomorrow in Edmonton, and Alberta's finance minister closing the doors really on the CTF, saying the event is full. That's what the office of Doug Horner issued to Derek Filderbrand, the guy who really leads the Alberta branch of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation here in Alberta. And as you said, as you mentioned, Pat, they've been participating in this budget lockup for 20 years, since the 1990s. So it's definitely a big surprise for the CTF to get a rejection notice from the government to be attending this event tomorrow morning. Now, for those who don't really know or not familiar with what a budget lockup is, well, it's an event on budget day prior to the budget being released to the public. It's really an opportunity for the media, for members of the government also to really digest the budget prior to it being released. So definitely this is an important event for a lot of people in the province to really get a close look at what the numbers really are before it hits the media and it hits also the public. So definitely an important event for the CTF as well, to really criticize and really see what the government has in store for Albertans. Now, we did have a chance to speak to Derek Filderbrand yesterday, and essentially he says he's taking it as a compliment for all the hard work the CTF has done. Have a listen.
We find it very flattering, and I think we take it as, in many ways, as an assurance that our message is getting through, that the concerns we're raising about the unsustainability of our finances in the province, about overspending, that these are things are getting through, that the government feels it needs to go to the draconian and juvenile step of trying to keep us out. So we take it as reassurance from the government that we're probably doing a good job.
So what does Premier Redford say about this whole thing? Well, we asked her yesterday in Edmonton, and she says the CTF will have a chance to chime in after the lockup.
The lockup is one opportunity for people to understand the budget. Canadian Taxpayers Federation has had lots of access directly to the Minister of Finance with respect to the budget, made presentations to him. Also, we're part of the Alberta Economic Summit. There's lots of different opportunity for dialogue with respect to the budget, and I have no doubt that the Canadian Taxpayers Federation will comment on the budget fully and freely, whether they're in the lockout or not.
But Derek Filderbrand says he won't take no for an answer. He'll definitely try to get his way in to the lockup tomorrow in Edmonton. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But the big question here remains, why is the government, why is Doug Horner, the finance minister here in Alberta, trying to really avoid any kind of conversation about the budget with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation? That's the big question. How bad is the budget really, Pat? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow, but it seems as though it's not going to be a very pretty picture in terms of Alberta, in terms of its budget as well.
No. And you would like instant reaction from the CTF. Obviously, you probably won't get it because of this whole lockout, but eventually they'll get at it, and the true story, we'll be able to tell the true story, won't we, Kathy?
Of course.
Of course.
So we'll have to wait and see.
Thanks, Kath.
You're welcome.